All right, folks, the Vac-Tron trailer. Well, the Vac-Tron pump trailer. Anyway, let's start her up. See how she does. That shouldn't be there. Let's see. She's cold, but she's still sucking. That's on idle. It sucks super good on idle. That's about halfway. That's halfway. That's a 2-inch. All right, folks, we'll talk about it for just a minute. All right, so, well, that's the engine that runs the pump. This is a vacuum pump. Don't know what kind it is. This thing is about 23 or 24 years old. It still runs super good. Yeah, it has some wear on it. but it still has another 10 years left in it, I would think. Anyway, so let's start with the pump and how it sucks. Okay, so this here, what you seen here, that is the exhaust from the pump. So this just has vanes in it and it spins around in there and it creates a vacuum. And so let's go over here. Let's get a stick. We do way better with a stick. All right, so the pump spins. It creates a vacuum and it starts sucking air, and then it sucks. So it starts sucking, comes into this pipe, into this tank here. I don't know what you call it, a reservoir. So it sucks all the air out of here. I'll explain to you what this is for in just a minute. But it sucks all the air out of here. Now, once that air is sucked out of there, then it starts sucking air out of this pipe. Boom, which goes into the tank. And that's basically it. Once it sucks the air out of the tank, well, then it'll either suck from here. You can suck from here, but it's just better to empty from there and suck from up here. So once the air is out of the tank, it has nothing else to suck, so it sucks from here to here, and that's what you've seen there. So I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just a big shop vac is basically all it is. Big shop vac. All right, so inside the tank there's a cage, and in that cage there's a ball. And when the liquid fills up, it'll hit that ball that is in that cage. And that ball, instead of liquid being sucked up and into the vacuum pump and ruining it, with that ball, boom, stops the suction right there. So once that ball gets up so high, it sucks it right up in here and it stays there. And that way, no liquid, that means you're full, and no liquid goes backwards into this. Now, just a little bit will come back into here just by pumping, and that's what this is for. So you empty this thing right there every so often to get that liquid out. Yeah, pretty simple. As a matter of fact, very simple. Full of leaves right now. It's been horrible, the leaves falling. They are just covering everything. But it has eight wheels. Very heavy duty trailer. Very heavy duty. All right, so if you don't know what a Vac-Tron is hydro excavation. So this is a pressure washer. It's 8 gallons a minute. It's either 4,000 psi or 3,800 psi. And so what you do is just hook your hose up, your pressure washer wand. If you want to dig, let's say you want to dig somewhere where there's fiber optics, whatever, just things under the ground and you can't dig it by hand. You don't want to put a shovel in there. You don't want to hurt anything. You surely don't want to get the excavator in there. This is what you use. You take that pressure washer and bust up the ground. It liquefies, turns the dirt into mud, and this thing sucks up rocks, dirt. It just doesn't matter. So that's what it's for. It's for hydro excavation. Now, we will use it for that if need be. We bought this for septic. The septic here in this part of Tennessee, there's not enough money for us to do it. We can make more money doing anything. So we're not going to pump septic tanks. Maybe every now and then we're gonna do grease traps, and we're going to do car washes, and this thing will be for basically that. And this will turn into, of course, this will be a jetter hose. We'll have a pressure washer hose over yonder way on that, not the blue reel, but the gray one. And the pressure washer hose will be for hydro excavation. We won't pressure wash houses with this thing. But then this will be a jetter as well, so it'll be a very powerful, very nice jetter, so we'll be able to unstop folks, that sort of thing, clean out pipes. But yeah, so this thing probably won't pump a septic tank. I hate it, but the money, if we were in Atlanta, it would be a totally different story, but it is not worth it here. And so we will do something else. Now, it would be worth it for us to go into Knoxville and do them there. It's just a little different. It's a little better money. They have a better emptying facility, but it's not worth it for us to work down in that area when all our work is here. So yeah, grease traps, car washes. It'll just be a jetting machine is basically what it'll be. If we're not doing a car wash or a grease trap, then we'll jet lines with it and use it for that, or hydro excavation when we need it. So anyway, that's it, folks. This is the Vac-Tron. Now, this is a 60 or 65 gallon buffer tank. Yeah. So we just about have her all fixed up, hooked up, and ready to go. I've got to get a different jetter hose because we've got a portable jetter that is just awesome, and we'll probably set it up on here and carry that as well. But we got to get a different hose and a jetter head for this because it is powerful. Anyway, that is it, folks. So it's a pintle hitch. I don't like pintle hitches. Only reason I don't like them is the clanging. Clank, 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 clank. It's scary, folks. Scary. So we'll see. This thing will be put to use pretty soon. That's for sure. I'm going to start working on it, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, folks, the Vac-Tron pump trailer. What I'll probably end up doing is getting a 3-inch adapter and getting some 3-inch hoses. I have a big 4-inch and two 2-inch hoses, and that's fine for a grease trap, but you need a 3-inch hose if you're going to pump a car wash. All right, folks, that is it. To what we're going to do. Well, I thought it was it, but we're going to. All right, so I have to leave this for the hoses, but I'm going to add on to this and put me a cage up here. I'm not going to attach it to the tank because that tank dumps. This is a dump trailer. That tank will dump. So I will not attach anything to that tank, but I am going to build me a cage up here, and that way, and keep it full of pipe, 3-inch, 4-inch, and then tons of fittings for repairs. So yeah, when we're done with this thing, it will be some kind of machine, some kind of trailer. That's for sure. It'll do just about anything. Just about anything. It'll be a massive jetting unit for sure. Anyway, let's see. I gotta be careful because I don't have this thing hooked up to anything. So I ain't raising her. I ain't gonna raise her up, folks. If I had it on the truck, I'd raise it up for you. That's it. It's an awesome machine. So when we first got this, I pressure washed the inside of it, and I put about 3 or 4 coats of Rust-Oleum on it, and then I put 1 or 2 coats of the Flex Seal, and I don't know why. I just wanted that on there. I thought, well, man, this will help it as well. Very expensive, all of that. But yeah. And so I figured doing that will give it a lot more life. But we'll see. Tires are somewhat dry rotted. But I did buy this in Augusta, not Georgia, but the South Carolina side of Augusta. And I drove it back. The guy the guy that I bought it from was concerned about those tires, but they didn't give me one bit of trouble. Made it all the way. Of course, there's 8 of them, huh? So, yeah, she's a beast. She's a beast. Anyway, folks, we'll see you.